Hi guys, my name is Valerie and this is a channel about America. In this video we're going to talk about freelance opportunities in the United States. Why did freelance become so popular? What are the opportunities there? What kind of jobs are offered on freelance? And the most important question is, how much money can you make working as a freelancer? If that's something you're interested in, keep on watching. So to be honest, I started looking into freelance maybe like a year ago, but I had a school back then, so didn't really get enough time to read what it is and to figure out how it works. And maybe around a week or two ago, I opened freelance website again. The most popular website for freelance jobs in the United States is Upwork. That's where you can find a lot of jobs in different fields. What do you need to do to become a freelancer and start making money on this website? First of all, you need to create your account. If you are in some creative industry, you're a graphic designer, you're a web designer, you're gonna need to create your portfolio as well so people can look at your portfolio. But unfortunately, it doesn't work as easy as it sounds, because you may assume that once you register, once you create your portfolio, your resume, yeah, people will start talking to you and will start offering you jobs, but that's not how it works. Because in Upwork, it's up to you to find a client. There are probably millions of people who are looking for jobs, so you have to be pushy, you have to offer yourself there, and I'll share with you some tips on how to do that. And guys, if you do like the videos which I'm making, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. So there are two ways to find a client. First way is when a client finds you, and another one is when you find a client. When you just start an Upwork, there are low chances that someone will come to you and offer you a job. How does it work in Upwork? You have to get reviews. Reviews worth everything in the United States. So that's why your first job's gonna be towards reviews, not towards payments. For example, you are a web designer and you wanna find some jobs relating to this area. What do? What I would recommend is to look at other web designers' profiles and see how much do they charge per hour. Because when you create your profile, you upload your resume, your portfolio, you also say for how much money you agree to work per hour. So go to a web designers section on a website and see how much people are charging per 1 hour of their work. What you're gonna have to do next is to scroll down and to find someone who charges the lowest price, and that's how much you're gonna have to put on your profile as well, maybe even lower, because you cannot charge a lot of money unless you have a lot of reviews, because people won't pay you like $50 per hour unless they know that you have been doing your job great before, unless they know that you have good reviews and your previous clients are satisfied. That's why first you have to work for your profile, and after your profile will work for you. So yeah, that's something you have to adjust to. When you start as a freelancer, you need to know that at first you're not gonna make hella money, because your first initial clients won't pay you a lot, because you won't charge them a lot, unless you're already like super famous and everyone wants to work with you, then yeah, that's another case, but we're not talking about that. That's why in this case we guys have to lower our prices, lower our expectations in order to get good reviews. But even if you set the price like super low, there's still very low chances that someone gonna offer you a job, because you still don't have any reviews. So you create your profile and you kind of set it aside, and now you go job hunting. So you open the section on a website where they have the job listings, and you're looking for jobs which have set price. So for example, I need to update my website and make a more responsive website, and I'm gonna pay for that $500. So you're not looking for someone who has a pay for like between like 100 and 1,000. You're looking for someone who's ready to pay certain amount of money, and you just start contacting them. You contact them and contact them again and again and again until someone replies to you. That's where it gets a little bit complicated, because basically your freelance job at this stage becomes your full-time job, because you really have to be active on that website. When someone responds, you have to be there right that minute to respond back. If someone offers you to go to an interview, you have to be there to be like, yes, I'm ready to take an interview here and there, you know. That's why if you have a school or another job, it's a little bit difficult to start building your career in freelance, or maybe start looking for new offers in freelance, because you always have to be active on that website, and you don't always get time to do that when you work full-time. But that's probably the only way to begin. You have to send your resumes, you have to reply to all offers, and you have to be there to answer if your potential employer wants to talk to you or have some questions regarding your resume and experience. And of course, you have to sell yourself. You have to be very initiative. You have to be very confident in your skills. You have to present yourself the best way you can, and you have to present your skills the best way you can. Don't forget, there are a lot of people who are looking for jobs, and not only from America, from all over the world. There are people who are looking for freelance jobs, because even being in like other countries, you still can do some freelance in American market, and that's like super popular, especially in India, for example. There are a lot of people from India working on American websites, on American freelance websites. So yeah, that's a really competitive area. But trust me, as soon as you get one order and you get another order and you get reviews, people will start looking for you. People will start contacting you. The more reviews you get, the more Upwork promotes you and shows your profile, and more people start contacting you, and that's when you can raise your pay. So for example, at first you were charging $10 per hour, but the more and more reviews you get in, you can raise that pay from $10 to $20 per hour to $50 per hour to $100 per hour. And you never know, maybe $500 per hour. That sounds awesome. And there is like really interesting thing which you can do after you became super popular on Upwork. You can hire other people. So for example, you charge $100 per hour working as a content writer. You can hire other guys from other countries who charge less than you do, and kind of give them that job. So basically, they gonna do your job for you. You're gonna submit it to a client, and you're still gonna get some profit for doing nothing, or maybe just for checking the work which those guys did, or maybe like changing there something a little bit. So kinda you making your own business there, and you kinda getting passive income, I would say. So that's something to think about. Especially that's awesome for someone who is in love with his or her job, and someone who wants to have different projects. Freelance, it's all about different projects every day. And for someone who doesn't wanna stay in the office all the time, or want to have kind of remote life, maybe even working from other countries or from any other spot in this world, I think that for those guys, freelance is something amazing. But the only problem is you really have to put time into it initially, and you have to put a lot of efforts to create and build a good profile with lots of reviews and satisfied customers. But now let's go and take a look how much you can make on Upwork. So I was looking at different jobs, all kind of jobs, and when I went to web design section, I found that working on WordPress, just do minor fixes with layout, gonna cost you $200. I mean, you're gonna get $200 for fixing some minor design issues. For improving a website, you may get $1,000, and that's we're also talking about WordPress based website. So you don't have to know how to code, you just need to know how WordPress works. If we're talking about Wix designs, so the job for changing something with Wix design and improving SEO is going to be paid from $29 to $50 per hour. That's great. If we're talking about something more serious, more code relating serious, then senior software architect will make from $90 to $110 per hour. Moving away from IT, bookkeeper can make from $20 to $40 per hour. There was a job description which said that a guy was looking for a bookkeeper to help him run his small business, and you would make from $20 to $40 per hour helping someone to just like keep track on their expenses. Another type of job which is also highly paid is data entry. You can get from $40 to $70 per hour. There was a job description saying that they were looking for a guy who would enter all information into a database, their client information, and they would pay him or her from $40 to $70 per hour. Another job posting which I found, which I personally got really excited about, is to help with PowerPoint presentation, and the person was ready to pay $300 for improved PowerPoint presentation. I used to work in PowerPoint so many times when I was back in school, when I was in college, and get $300 for that. That sounds fun. Except for the PowerPoint, you can also update Google Slides also for a presentation and get paid for that from $40 to $60 per hour. Content writing is also very popular on Upwork. There was a job saying that content writer was needed to create blog posts and website content for growth marketing agency, and they would pay from $25 to $50 per hour. So when it says that they about to pay like from $25 to $50, yeah, it's also the price gonna depend on your experience, on your reviews. The more reviews you had, the higher price you'll get. You can also find a job as a translator, especially if you are original from another country, not from English speaking country. Yeah, you definitely can find lots of jobs with translation, yeah, especially if you also know English well. And the pay also gonna depend on your personal reviews and your profile. But I did find some job for translator, and they were offering from $15 to $25 per hour. So in America, the minimum wage in Seattle, for example, where I live, is $13.50 per hour. Here, when I look into jobs, even like the minimum they offer for doing like a content writing job is gonna be $15. You don't have to spend money on gas, you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to stay and commute, you just can work from your couch. So yeah, that's something to think about. To sum up, in my opinion, it is cool to be a freelancer because you're independent, you can work from wherever you want to work, but a disadvantage here is that you really have to work on your profile, you have to work on your name in this freelance world to get some clients. But as soon as you do that, you can actually make good money. In my opinion, also, that would be nice for someone to have freelance as their side job. So for example, you're working in the office and from time to time you take in some additional projects, getting some additional money. But also, to get there, at first you have to build your name. So at first you do have to spend some time on building your profile, and after you can think about freelance as just a side job. So that was my freelance video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and click the like button. Any questions, ask in comments, and as always, wish you have a good day or a good night. Bye.